Katata Tiago Bakali Gabadon 4-star safety rating. Nya Taka Tiago, Bachangan Galikawan Jongpi, Nya Taka Tiago, Nakabantaka Jinshangan Kalongi Jongpi, One Chaka Frank Motors Halat Korban Test Drive Menta.
The all-new Tiago. It's seriously fun.
Wemeli ka BJP na jylla Goa unidesh Cabrol ubedeiru Myntri Sorkar. Menta kasngi ulaong baka Jingkynnoh baka BJP ka Pyrshah yaki Khristan ka day tangka Lamler. Ukabrol ubedeiru Khristan na jylla Goa ulaong bapalat hinyaw po persen kinong shnong ha Meghalaya kidei ki Khristan bat kumjo ha Goa bat mauru udei Khristan Catholic. Ya ka Goa la sencha ka BJP wat ha ka jylla ka babon tam kinong shnong kidei ki Khristan bat kani ka pini baka Jingkynnoh baka BJP ka Pyrshah Khristan kala Pyrshah bat kala long ka babakla. Ukabrol lokran ya kani ha ka jingrakhe ya ka jingyate jongkilarity bat itinrai ka bala pendong ya ka BJP Meghalaya ha office ka party ha Shillong menta kasngi bandrakhe ya ka jingyo jylla ka Goa ha po kalama ka ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat ha ka kapor ha bakran halo ka uniform civil code UCC ukabrol loong baki patba ki don ki jing mudur baper ya ka UCC Henry ki babun kim day kumba kila mudur uloong baka UCC ka tmu ban pinbet ya ka shongka shongman bat ka jing ya padlock ban pintikna ya ka jing ya sam marbiang ya ka spa padeng ulok baka lok uloong baka UCC ka diga jing tmu ban pinwandur na benta ban trekam ya ka personal law la ni ka an shimet jongkynnoh shnong ka ba trekam ya baro kinong shnong klam ken na kanu ka jat nyam ni na kanu ka jat benriu Henry kan ya ringkat ya baro.
A lot of northeastern population of this particular beautiful state, we call them sisters and one brother. Together they are part of Goa. And I meet them very often. We share our thoughts. And I'm very happy to be part of today's Access Bharat, where we all have come here assembled to hear a few words from me from today, basically from our state. When we were the last state in this country, we were a union territory in 1961, getting liberated from the Portuguese regime. See, most of the country got liberated from British regime. We got from the Portuguese. That happened in 1961. 1947 was the entire country getting decolonized. And 1961 was the state of Goa. We inherited a lot of things within our system, and we have continued like a uniform civil code, which everyone thinks of, talks of. You know, what is uniform civil code? Basically giving rights. You have given the other way around. You go everywhere in the country, normally once a couple gets married, the girl goes to the man's house. Here is the other way around. The boy goes to the girl's house. But here there in Uniform Civil Code, it is very simple. What is Uniform Civil Code? It is once a person gets married, whatever property the person has, it is equally shared between the husband and wife, 50-50%. Or the wife's property which comes, it is shared between husband and wife. No signatory can be done without, if you want to sell, if I think that I own my property, if I want to sell, I will take my wife's signature. This is very important. And that is why Uniform Civil Code has been part of the new thing where Honorable Prime Minister also speaks about. And there are many advantages to the Uniform Civil Code. I come from this state and I am here today amongst you all. And as part of a cabinet minister for the second term, third term MLA from the state of Goa, and where we all say that how Meghalaya has got almost 76% of Christians. Goa also has a number of, not 76%, but a lot of Christian brothers and sisters in my own state. I come from a Christian background. I am a Roman Catholic by myself. And I am third time BJP MLA from my state. And I was thinking just before coming, because what happened was I was told that it will take 3 hours. Fortunately, we reached in 2 hours today from Guwahati to here. And I could share my moments with a lot of office bearers of your state here. And I'm sure that when we talk about what is Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat, I think the idea behind this is to take our country into one direction. I always tell when I speak to my people in my constituency, I come from a constituency where we have all similar logistics like this, and we come like this, so we have mountain tops and mountain hills. I don't know how many people of you have been to Goa, but we have both the sides. We have the sea on one side and we have the mountains on the other side. So we come on a sort of similar area from what you are all. And when I speak to them, I tell them that in 1947, we were one of the richest countries in the world. I don't know if you know about it, but today it's so easy. When I was doing my engineering, we had to sit to books, bring from the library, sit and study, put in our head. Today, if you want something, you just Google and you get everything on your tree. Or you go, all the books are available on the net today. So if you go what I'm saying, you can see in 1947, before we were decolonized, that is, we put it that way, we used to have 1 rupee, we used to exchange for $1. We used to give 1 rupee and we used to get $1 back. Today we have to give almost 76 rupees to get 1 rupee back. What is the reason? Did the people understand what was the reason for this, especially people of Meghalaya? It is the same reason today is what our Prime Minister is working for. He is bringing this new concept of made in India, made by India, made for India, made for global. This is what the country has to be. This country has to support each other. And this country, when it supports each other, there is no time left. I'm not saying it will happen in the next 2 years or 5 years or 9 years or whatever, but a trend set by Honorable Prime Minister is in the next 15, 20, 25 years, we will see those days where we will have, if not at least 1 rupee to $1, at least we will give only 15, 20 rupees to buy $1. And that is when this economy, this state, this country will prosper. And who prospers along with them is our young generation. Our young generation prospers. So that is why today when we say Ek Bharat, Shresh Bharat, I am not as well conversant with many languages as my friend Sunilji, but I can tell you in plain language that the concept within the Prime Minister bringing this concept is something for us to enjoy. And that is why today when we were discussing, I was told that somehow the Christian brethren from this particular state does not share that much relation with BJP. Now I don't know what is the reason for that. Because whatever reasons are there, I was told that somewhere some incident happens and that gets multiplied in the social media. Actually never happened. You come to my state of Goa, we are last 15 years BJP ruled state in Goa. When we were getting ruled, before 2012, when we got elected for the first time, there was always a perception in the mind of the people that when BJP comes to rule in Goa, all Christians will be finished. All people will be finished, all will be converted. Today, we have 3 times we have been coming into forming the government in Goa. No such incident has happened in Goa. Nothing has happened. The Christian brothers or sisters will travel. I was here meeting one person who has been in Goa for a few days. She was telling me from your own Meghalaya state that she drove from Goa single-handedly as a woman in midnight and nobody troubled her. This is what the state of Goa is. This is what Goa is, and today the concept has to be brought in Meghalaya too. This is where we have to interact with people. I was telling our Dipyanji, I was telling other leaders also here that maybe you telling may be not helpful. But people from other religions were like in Goa, we are a Christian state. We have a lot of Christians, we have almost 7-8 MLAs of original BJP. Now Congress people have come into BJP few days back. But originally there are 7 MLAs who have been Christians who in BJP. Like me in the 3rd time, I'm a Christian myself. So I think the concept today of the Honorable Prime Minister is no religion. What has happened in the past is forgotten. We cannot forget what has happened. We know, like I know that I also, when I was converted, my forefathers were converted, I know what my background is. It's not that I will go back to my background. It's up to each one of you. Nobody forces anybody. It's one for you to realize whether you want to go or you want to stay back. This is what the country is. But the focus of Honorable Prime Minister is very sure that this country has to prosper. The people of this country, we see, if you go to the entire world, you will find Indian nationals taking that population to a different height. Go and see in US, you will find all Indian nationals who have taken the United States of America, as we call them, to a different level. It is the brains of the Indians who has made these people, and that is why Honorable Prime Minister wants us Indians to be in this part of this world, in this part of our country, to see that our country becomes the number 1 country in this world. We are much better because we don't have country borders. We are governed by the seas. So sea will not invade us. But if you see your borders here, we have always invasions. We have infiltration within the state, and that is why our military has to be very strong. And if you see in the past, our entire money earned by our population and taxes collected by us was going to a different country to bring the weaponizing to make our own country safe. Today it is slowly changing. That is why we are able to make it ourselves. That is why this made in India, made by India concept has come. And I will add, I don't know what is there in Meghalaya, I'm very sorry, but we also started made by Goa concept. Wherever we have a Sampurna Goa, Honorable Chief Minister of our state, has every district, every taluka, every village, we have a concept where we get them into a global mode. We have this concept given by our Honorable Prime Minister, and that is why today once again, leaving aside differences amongst ourselves, leaving aside whatever you have to have you for yourself, leaving aside religion, let us focus on one nation. Let us focus on one nation, and I'm sure that over a period of time, I always dream. See, dreams have to be there. If you don't dream for your individual levels of our nation. I remember, I tell people, if we were not with the leadership at this time where this Ukraine and Russia war has happened, our economies today, we are still very much better. You can see, youngsters, I can see all of them who are very fluent with the Googling. You see the neighboring states today, you see the state of Pakistan, you see the state of Shillong, you see the state of all the neighboring states. Where have they gone? It is because of decisive economic policies of the Prime Minister. It is because of decisive policies of the Honorable Prime Minister that today we can say that we are not hit by recession. We are still here where we can say to the world that we are growing as a nation, our economy is growing, and people are growing. So this is, I think, we all deserve to be under this great leader who always thinks of unity of the country. I know what Sunilji has said, it is always a bother for the nation. We find that regional politics makes differences. But here, as all of us here, I think we have to make differences. And I always say that, I don't know if it's the right time to say, but I will tell Sunilji, he has been here for a long time. I would like to also get associated with Meghalaya. I will also meet different religion communities. There are a lot of Catholic leaders here, which party provides me. I will be here interacting with these different communities, with their religious leaders, and telling them what is what. Let us face, let us take this country forward. This is the important days of our country, and that is why today when we celebrate, we saw, I was also thrilled to see the welcome song in Konkani. I don't know how many people understood it, but that is our traditional dance which comes from the tribal festivals which are organized in my state. And like this, if we all celebrate together, because we are a diverse nation, we have different communities, we have different sects, we have different religions, we have different, I will name them, we are the highest in this world. If you say what is India, you will find diversity, because no other country will have so much diversity, and that is why we all have to take this country to a different level. It is our responsibility to take this country. That is what we are come here today.